news. My mic was muted. Happy birthday, Sega Genesis. 36 years old today. Oh, you've come such a long way.
30s. Well,
Yep, 36. But I mean, the was it the 13th of July was 40 years for the SG 1000. I should put that in the title, 36. But oh well, I didn't. Oh, but that's the first console I had was a Sega Genesis.
oh, that's cool. You can see like her sitting right there.
Sure.
It's that little green blob thing.
What is that? The gecko?
No, that's a chameleon.
Lizard.
Whatever. So, yeah, Genesis.
Yep, 36 years. Oh. Have you picked
Genesis.
up anything lately for the Genesis?
Sega related, yes. Genesis, no. My Genesis stuff is. It's. There's really nothing else I
No, you
need
told me it's in the
besides.
storage unit.
What my Genesis was in a storage unit, and then
You
I
got it
brought the
out.
yeah, I brought it out for that visor. No, I having 400 Sega Genesis games. I think I'm pretty complete on collecting Genesis with all the games that I have. I'm pretty much set.
Outside of a few shooters, or did you get Elemental Master?
I didn't get Elemental Master. I'm looking for that one. I can't find it. Elemental Master. The other two I just got were just Hyperduel and Steam Hearts, but those are for Saturn. Really, that's it. I mean, other than Elemental Master, probably I'll try Legend of Oasis and see if I like it or not. If Legend of Oasis is good, then I might pick that up, but I might want that really more for Saturn. Years ago I just was nobody gave a damn about Genesis, and I just bought and bought and bought and bought. I came home with a box of I think it was like 150 Genesis games. And just
Jeez Louise. That's
I
almost
just
how many games I've got. I think I've only got
I
like 180 Genesis games.
but I'm a snob, and I'll be honest, it has to have hang tab, or I am very iffy about getting it. So a lot of the boxes I have hang tabs. Yeah,
No hang
no,
tab. See, that doesn't matter 2 bits to me. The hang tab, it doesn't do anything. If you're not actually going to use the hang tab, it doesn't matter. It gets in the way. And all of my childhood ones, I went through. I cut them all off because I had a shelf that was just right to stick it in there, but you'd have to fold over the hang tab every time. And I got tired of forgetting about it, trying to stick a game in there, having to push it over and push it in. And I just went through and I bent it back and forth, got a knife, cut them off, and then smoothed it out some, and that was it. But like,
I remember sitting down playing Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I had the clamshell, flipped it up in the air with the hang tab, caught it. I'm notorious for doing that with Genesis boxes. Notorious. I would just sit and flip the boxes all the time in the air, all the time. I
what?
would
So
just
just
no
drop
straight, just
them.
straight up, and yep, just like that. Notor, and I would, um,
You mean you were a kid and you were playing with the box? That's
I was a kid
crazy.
and I had the box like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Spice, man, I when I got funny Genesis story. I wasn't my mother, the psychopath that she is, um, wasn't I wasn't allowed to have Splatterhouse, and Splatterhouse 2 came out, and I really, really wanted Splatterhouse 2. So And oddly enough, I'm not a big fan of, like, I'm not a huge Voorhees fan, but Splatterhouse 2 came out. I'm like, wow, this looks amazing. So my aunt went and bought Splatterhouse, and I know you've heard this a million times. She bought me Splatterhouse, took the cartridge, and put it in an Aladdin box for Genesis. And then gave it to me. And at the time, you didn't care if it was open, if it wasn't open, plastic, whatever it was. You just went and looked at it. Well, anyway, she's like, open it downstairs, but it's Aladdin. But open it downstairs. I'm like, it's a whatever. So I went
Open it
downstairs.
downstairs.
Yes, I went downstairs to open it up, and there was Splatterhouse. And man, I played so much 2 and 3. It was, yeah, I still have them to this day. But yeah, I early on collecting, I used to get so hyped over seeing Genesis games. I loved buying Genesis games. I even wrote and got the um, Crusader of Senti strategy guide. Just loved Genesis games. It's very rare that I trade them in. Oh, I think you froze. Oh, there you are. So it's
No, I
very.
was looking at something. Well, the thing is with that, it's if you enjoyed a game, why would you trade it in? I mean,
I, you know,
I didn't trade anything in when I was a kid. I tried once. And it was towards the end of the Genesis lifespan, and I had 7 games, and I took them to I think it was EB Games, and they offered me $8 for 7 games. And I
nope,
was like,
no,
nope,
thank you.
I'll keep them. And what like I think only 1 or 2 of them were sports titles. I think at the time I think I took in Mazen Saga, and they were going to give me $2 for that one.
No,
But I mean it was mid late '90s.
they were gonna give me $1,000. I wouldn't even give that game away.
For $1,000, I'd give it away.
Nope.
You could buy another one.
I want my copy that I had because most of my games got dumped. Whatever she did with them, I don't know.
But one of the neat things, which is always cool when you got a new game, is oftentimes you had the inserts that showed you all the other games that were available because we didn't have the internet and couldn't look at them, or the back of the manual would be advertising another game from that company. So this is Might and Magic. They're advertising Starflight, which Starflight is an awesome game. Like if you have not played it, play through it blind. Make sure you take notes. You need to make sure you have the map that came with it originally. But it's a really neat game. There's a lot of cool story with it. But I had beat Starflight on. I think at that point I'd beat it on the Commodore 64 and on originally with a buddy on his Apple machine. Yeah, so Might and Magic is my most recent Genesis game pickup. But man, there's some really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to trying to play this. This can probably take me like 5 or 6 years to beat, but it's got a thick manual, so it'll help me get along.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah, Maximum Carnage.
That's.
Yep, I've got 2 copies of that. Just both of them are loose. I don't give 2 squats about Ghouls and Ghosts.
That's why it's going in the trade pile.
I like the one for the Master System. I have no. What is that? A shooter?
No, this is some sort of like RPG Risk-esque type of game renovation. I was like, I didn't.
Yeah, like I played Risk on the Genesis and not good game. I prefer the Master System version. And saying, can you tilt your camera down just a bit so you're tilt it down a bit, just a bit.
I think that's as far as it goes.
That's a little bit better because
it's more
my head
higher
was
up.
here and your head was down here.
Oh.
So,
and only one of them has the hang tab, so that's why most of these are just
So what you need to do is go buy a bunch of sports games that are complete in the box that have hang tabs.
I did that at one point. And I was just like, they're going for. I mean, they're complete, I guess. I don't know. I
Gale of Darkness. Get rid of it, or is that no? It's Pokemon XD.
that's Scale of Darkness.
Okay.
That's Scale of Darkness. It just but yeah, keeping going back to Genesis. Yeah, Genesis. I went very, very, very hard on. Hard, and I basically
Hard on. You know, whatever.
I
You're
went.
you're heavily collecting for it.
I was Genesis, yeah, but because Genesis was just you'll get people. We've discussed this with a bunch of people where they're like, "Well, Nintendo, Nintendo, Nintendo," and I'm like, "Yeah, I get it, but Genesis was a mature system. It was for like mature like kids. The kids down like the kid down the block who was 14 had a Genesis. He did not have a Nintendo because Nintendo was, hey, look at Mario, and then you
It's
had
me, Mario. There's no blood, but I squish everything.
I personally have liked Genesis. Um Early Genesis is a little rough. Alien Soldier can go suck it because I hate that game. Um
Alien Soldier is just tough. I mean, it looks. Wait a minute. No, is that's the one that we played some
yes.
online. Okay, we beat it
Yeah.
on
No,
the
you beat it. I was
Switch
dead.
Online. Well, no, we played two player, and you didn't quite make it to the end.
I hate that
But
game.
it's not horrible. It may not be the best game ever, but it's not horrible.
Oh, well, mine even comes complete with the memory card for the damn thing too.
Oh, yeah. Time to get rid of it.
Yep,
Check it.
you got it. And it just I brought in two or three games. Well, I don't know. It was the right time at the right place. There were a bunch of Dragon Warrior games. I had doubles of them, but they were complete in the box with the maps with everything. I think it was like close to about $1,000 back in 2020 with trade credit, or yeah, 2021. And the guy at the store at the time wasn't an ass, and he said, "Oh wow, like these are great and everything." He gave me the close to about $1,000. So I wanted, I got El Viento complete, Mega Turkin complete, Vapor Trail complete, Troubleshooter complete, Truxton complete, Rolling Thunder 3, Rolling Thunder 2, the three Valuses, and Alicia Dragoon. All of them complete with hang tabs, everything like that. That's a solid Genesis collection, along with Zero Kamikaze Squirrel complete for Genesis. So if you, the way I collected Genesis was that if you went on price charting and went complete in box and went straight down that list, I have probably 90% of them. The only thing I do not have complete is Musha, and I don't have the tattoo for Punisher. But
The
everything else,
tattoo.
yeah. So Punisher came with a tattoo. When you bought
Uh,
Punisher, it came with like a little Punisher tattoo in the box. Um, so yeah, but other than that, I yep, I just you know Splatterhouse 3, Splatterhouse 2, um, Gaiaris, Thunder Force 3, Thunder Force 2, Kid Chameleon, Rolo with the fat little elephant on it, Philios. Yeah, my we never really talk Genesis, even though we're Sega people. But my Genesis stuff is pretty. It it's a little insane. But that's what I collected for was Genesis. I love Genesis. I grew up with Genesis. I played Kid Chameleon. I thought Kid Chameleon was one of the greatest games I've ever seen, and played it and loved it.
he can be a lot of fun, but dang, is it tough? It is.
It's tough, but I thought it was really cool because I just, it was at the time. It was arcades. It was neon. It was all that retro, the '90s retro stuff. All the different types of colors and like squares and augmented. And Kid Chameleon just fit it. The music, him going into an arcade, going into a machine. fighting, changing, and like the grunting sounds. It was just an overall great game.
All the different helmets you could collect, because you had the samurai helmet, you had the rhino helmet, you had the tank, you had all these different um, helmets that he could get, which changed the character and it changed the gameplay a little bit, because some of them he could bounce higher. The samurai, he had a sword. The rhino helmet, he could charge into stuff and take it out. The tank shot stuff. There's the cyclone guy. There's so much going on in that game. Like it's a great game, and actually I think you can beat it in like 30 minutes if you do like a speed run, because there's certain levels you can get, they'll just jump you towards the end and be like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Kind of crazy, but that's the way it goes now. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy.
I think Genesis had way better music than Nintendo did. Just way better music. Sonic was better. I mean,
Sonic 2. You look at Sonic 2. Sonic 2. Like, I like Sonic, the original Sonic. It was one of the first games I got from my Genesis. But Sonic 2, it took everything about the original Sonic and just improved it so much. It was so good.
Sonic 2 was a really good game.
It was solid.
Sonic 2 was good. Sonic and Knuckles was really good.
Knuckles was good.
I liked Mean Bean Machine, and I like Sonic Spinball.
Mean Bean Machine it's okay. For me, it's another, connect a bunch of stuff and it goes away. I think that like Sega Swirl on the Dreamcast to me is better than Mean Bean Machine, which I know Mean Bean Machine is just was it Puyo Puyo? But I still think it's just a great game. What are you woeing?
Guys got El Viento with the box and the game and everything for $100. El Viento's that cheap.
We'll look at some prices in a bit. We'll do a check the price check-in with that. And I already got several games pulled up to look at. But yeah, I just remember getting it Christmas morning, and Dad always handed the presents to everyone, and we sat like kind of in a circle with the tree wasn't in the middle, but it was just part of the circle. But all the presents were in the middle, and Dad would just hand them out to everyone. Well, he handed me, a little rectangular box, and I tear off a corner of it. Let me go like this. So he hands me a box. I tear off the corner of it. Like, I see a little bit of what it is, and Mom grabs it out of my hand. She's like, "You can't open that yet." And I was just like, why? Okay. Because it was a game for the Genesis, and they hadn't given me the Genesis yet. Actually, the game was Desert Strike. So it's a cool memory. I actually have have a video recreating that on my channel. But it's strange because I don't really even remember opening the Genesis, but I remember the game that I tried to open because of like Mom's reaction to it. Just like, "Oh no, you can't do that." I was like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?"
They did that with the virtual.
You're opening, you see a corner like this, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know what it is," because there was just basically you see like a little orange, or I think it was orange. Because like I said, it was Desert Strike, and I'm like, okay. But I remember spending, and actually I had to use the RF connection on one of those old cabinet TVs, but the screen was maybe 20 inches, maybe 17. I don't know. But for Desert Strike, I would take tracing paper and I'd put it up on the TV, and I'd trace the map out, so then I could locate where ammo crates were and weapon crates were. So ammo, armor, and fuel, and then some of the mission objectives. So because you go to the pause screen, one of the options was like like a 3/4 overhead view of the map, and so tracing paper, and I traced all of that out because the first level it
Really?
shows you where the stuff is, and then as you get further into the game to the fourth mission, like it doesn't show you where anything is. It's just question marks everywhere. It's like go figure it out.
I remember that with Mech Warrior. Mech Warrior was a lot of fun to play that, and the directional pad for Genesis was great because you had better control over it. It didn't hurt your thumb or, like mull into your thumb with the stupid Nintendo controller in the way it was.
Yeah,
I
I
hated the
mean
Nintendo controller. I didn't think it was very good.
even the TurboGrafx controller with the rounded edges. Yeah,
TurboGrafx control is amazing.
I don't know. It's still like it when I was playing it Tuesday night. Like my hand started getting tired of holding it. But I mean, this is one of my favorite controllers to use. This little got a 3D printed insert. It's a 3D printed Master System controller from retro Game Boys.
Yeah,
He makes a lot of
Genesis
cool controllers.
Genesis controller is pretty cool. I happen to be a fan of the Saturn controller.
My favorite controller though for the Genesis is
I
these bad.
had one of those. Yeah, though that's pretty good.
I want another one of them. And because most of the games on the Genesis don't require 6 buttons, and I actually prefer this controller to the 6 button, which is right here.
Yeah, but why 6 buttons? Genesis didn't have anything for 6 buttons.
It had several games with 6 buttons, including Street Fighter. You don't remember that? Because you could use this one with Street Fighter, but you'd have to hit start, so you could change from the 3 punch buttons to the 3 kick buttons.
That's irritating.
Oh, I got pretty good at it because whenever somebody was over or I was playing, well, usually when I was playing with my brother, I'd let him use the 6 button controller, and it was just the handheld one before I got this one, or even after I got this one. I got pretty good with it because I think I beat the game with the 3 button with Balrog, Vega, and I think that might have been it because those were my two mains that I played with or as.
I never I never touched Street Fighter on Genesis. I had it on Super Nintendo. Um, Genesis was a lot of like Echo the Dolphin, um, Arrow Flash, uh, Sonic and Knuckles. I need to get a Sonic and Knuckles complete. That's like something I don't have. I need.
I need to get
Um,
Sonic 3 complete, and actually at Sega I upgraded to a complete inbox Sonic 2, but I don't have Sonic 3 complete. But
what
Sonic and Knuckles I bought as a kid,
I love that game.
played
I
through it,
remember
so much fun.
I remember getting
And
that game. That was
it was
such a good
interesting
game.
because I don't know what it was, but I could play my Genesis in my room, and the TV in the family room could pick up what I was playing. Yeah, it didn't always do it, but there's times um, I'd go in to Sonic and Knuckles, lock in a game that wasn't compatible, so you got to the blue sphere world, and I'd sit there and turn it off and turn it on, and I'd have my sister write down the codes for all the different, the seeds for all the different worlds, and so I've got a couple pages of just codes for those worlds. I don't know if I ever went through and beat them, but it was weird because like when it was really grainy when it showed up in the family room. So I don't know if it was like broadcasting it and the TV was close enough in the family room that it could pick it up, or something weird with the power. because I mean that's all I could think of. I don't know why it was doing it. Only I'm gonna ask my sister.
It was in California.
Yeah,
It was the smog and the radiation that caused it.
no, we weren't even near the smog. We were in a different valley that was pretty much agricultural.
I I had it downstairs. I had it in the basement. I sat in the basement and just played, and played.
Yeah, the that old cabinet TV was in at the end of the house, and so I was able to hook it up there when I got it, and I played a bunch of Sonic and Desert Strike.
No, I
I
had a
don't
big TV
remember.
downstairs, and that was it.
Yeah, that might have been no. I think that was before my brother and I moved into that room.
Nope. My father built a wood thing. TV stood on top of the wood thing. I had cabinets next to it with all the games or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then I just got pissed off sitting down there, and I moved probably in '64 or high school. I moved everything upstairs, Genesis. Everything was all moved upstairs. That was it. Never owned a Dreamcast. Saturn was upstairs. Yeah, everything Super Nintendo, everything got moved upstairs.
Hmm. See, I didn't buy another. I didn't get another console until I moved to Georgia. If you, I'm not counting the Game Gear because it was a handheld, and
Game Gear was good.
technically, like my mom got that 1 year, and then after a year or so, she handed it to me, and then I bought a battery pack and bought
Your
several
mom played
games.
video games?
Yeah, the whole family did on the played on the Commodore 64.
Holy crap. The only memories I have of family gaming or whatever, my father was obsessed with Atari. So he bought um Ghostbusters for Atari, trying to figure out how to move the damn thing. And I remember before Nintendo came out, I was playing what the hell was it? Atari, and had Ghostbusters and Adventurer, and I would play all of those and everything, and that was a lot of fun. But then I got Nintendo, um, which was cool with Rob, the box, everything, and played all of that. But Genesis, I remember for graduation, I had an aunt that had a lot of money, and she never had any kids. She was a nurse practitioner, so she was making like stupid bank, and she lived around the corner. She'd burn it all on me, and I had like Genesis, and she bought me the Genesis. I never had a Master System, even though I wanted one. But she had I got the Genesis. I opened it up for graduation, and I remember popping in Altered Beast, turning it on, and hearing like Rise from Your Grave, and I'm like, oh my god, like what video game talks to you? I'm playing that game over and over and over and over again. I mean, it was such a good game.
There we go.
That's a nice logo. Genesis was great, and then Nintendo's desperate attempt at the Wiz. Oh, whoa, it's a Power Glove. Yeah, he's playing the game with the thing, and the only stupid thing that Genesis did was that damn Menacer. What were you supposed to put both your eyes in there or one
You
eye?
could.
I never understood it.
It was however you wanted to build. The thing is, you didn't have to use either one of them if you didn't want to. You could just use. We'll have to bring this up in an accessories episode, but you could do just the gun by itself and hold it like that, or you could put the stock on it and hold it back here,
That was
or
the
you can put the
official light
eyepieces on
gun.
it and
Like there was no other light gun that they had besides the Menacer, and that was it, right?
no, there was the justifiers for lethal
Right.
enforcers,
Yes.
and I
Okay.
think
Okay.
they
Okay.
worked for one or two other games.
Yeah, I don't remember anything else except for the Menacer, and that was it.
Yeah, and I forget the Menacer or the light gun worked with Terminator 2, the arcade game.
That
Maybe it
was a
was the
good game.
Menacer. I played that
That
one
was a
on
very good
PC.
game.
That was a lot of fun. But man, there was some levels that were tough to get past.
That was a very good game.
But yeah, I need to. I think I've got Terminator 2. I need to see if I can hook up the old PVM and get that to work with the Menacer. Although it's only a 9-inch screen, so it may not work very well.
I still have my original TV. My parents were going to throw it out, and I got it from Brooklyn. It weighed 162 pounds, and it's a 27-inch screen TV. 27-inch screen TV or something like that. But I had virtual. But they gave me the what was it? The case, the game before the the game before the system, and the game that I had was Jack Bros, and right before that it was the Virtual Boy. But Genesis, keeping it like to Genesis, I always thought Genesis was great. I just didn't play Street Fighter. Some games, like if you want to do a comparison, some games I didn't play Genesis on were um, Street Fighter, owning 400 Genesis games. I don't own any of the Golden Axe series. I don't own any of the Streets of Rage series. Um, I own all the Rolling Thunders because I thought Rolling Thunder was a great game. I own Aerobiz. I did play through Aerobiz. I thought Aerobiz was a phenomenal game. I liked owning the airlines, and then if one of the airlines pissed me off, I would just make sure the planes crashed on the ground. But Aerobiz was phenomenal, and the one damn game. Now out of these 400 games, the one game I want so bad is Ghoul Guy, and I
It's
could
what?
never
A
polter guy,
poltergeist. I
and
said ghoul guy.
I could never. I thought it was the funniest thing when when you would scare someone and they would pee themselves on the floor, and I'm just like, or the fan would wrap up in her. I just thought it was such a good game, but
It like I remember renting that game and not understanding what to do, and
here's
it lasted for whatever the rental period was, and I never rented it again.
here's something you don't see every day, but um yeah, here talk a little bit about Genesis history, Genesis history, a lot of like weird things that came out for Genesis. One of them is Joshua. So I've had this for years of years, never played it, still in the plastic. I bought it years and years and years ago for $20.
$20.
Joshua. Another one that's I don't I couldn't even tell you, but
Funny World and Balloon.
yep, I bet you this is the only time you have ever seen this card.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Real Tech. Interesting.
Yep, like just
That's yeah, that's weird. Yeah, weird.
I I've was like, whoa, I've never seen Funny World and Balloon Boy before. I just picked that up immediately. Joshua, I have this for oh my god. I don't know if this is Game Gear, if this is Game Boy, or I don't. Friend of mine had it.
Is it rectangular
Uh,
or is it curved at the top like a Game Gear game?
Nintendo Game Boy. Yep,
Okay.
this is for Game Boy. This is for Game Boy. Wisdom Tree. Wisdom Tree. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
So what is that
parents.
balloon one about, or have you even played it?
I tried to load this thing on the Poly Mega 6 times. I didn't even the screws are underneath the label. I think there's like one screw underneath the label. I was not taking the label off to even get the cart out. Whatever it was, I tried to use a cart dumper. That did not work either. ROM dumper that did not work either. I don't know. It's I've seen it on YouTube. It's a very very weird game.
What is it called again?
Funny World and Balloon Boy. I don't think I have any other. I
No, they don't have any real images of it.
Grindstorm. Oh man, I remember. I remember when I got Grindstormer. Oh, that was the summer of hell.
So it's a 2-in-1 game. So Funny World. Look at the back of the box. Oh, here, let me see
There's
if
a
I can
box.
throw it up. Yeah. Hold on, that's not what I need to do. Share screen. All right.
There is a box.
Right there. So, Funny World. Get ready for a challenging and hysterical shooter that the whole family will enjoy. 30 levels of side splitting mayhem. Shoot the enemies that race across the screen, but beware, no one will be laughing if you shoot the princess. And Balloon Boy. 50 awesome levels of balloon popping action. You are Balloon Boy. Your mission is to blow up, pop, demolish, and kill as many balloons. Wow, you're killing balloons. That's kind of rough.
Someone's
As many balloons
aggressive
as
towards
possible before they
balloons.
destroy you. Watch out for all of the enemies and evil balloon poppers that will try to prevent you from popping those crazy balloons. So this a is this a light gun game or what?
It's very cheap, $9.
Well, I don't know if it's. Oh, hold on, I gotta go over here. Um, Even considered an official release.
Never. I mean, of course, they're like never released. Ultra rare,
Yeah.
$50. Rare, box damaged, rare, rare, rare. I mean, the game's like $4, water damaged on the box.
So
Um,
it was released in 1993. The
that's
few
like
unlicensed Mega Drive games to be primarily released in the United States and for its notably garish cover artwork. All right, so Funny World is a shooting gallery game similar to Cabal. You move left and right on the D-pad, and you shoot the gun with B. There's some targets to avoid, such as humans. Balloon Boy, a single screen action game. Left and right, move around. A shoots, and B jumps. The goal of each level is to shoot at balloons, collecting goodies that come out of some of them, but avoiding traps that come out of some others. Interesting. Huh. Huh, 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 huh.
it's a definite weird one. Never
Yeah,
seen anything like this before.
not one I would think to worry about adding to the collection.
No, I mean it was there. The guy never. I'm like, what is this? He's like, I have no idea. Someone brought it in, and I gave them 25. The guy was like, I want like $5 or something. He's like, I'll give you like $1 for it, whatever it was, and I've had it in my collection ever since that. But I have it on display because it's just people. What the like? What is that? I'm like,
What
I
is that?
have no
Yeah,
idea.
I can totally see that being one of those. What the heck is this? I've never heard of it because that was a first for me. I'm guessing it didn't sell very well though.
No, it didn't. Rolo is another one that's awesome. I love Rolo is a great game. I don't know if you know that game, the elephant one.
Rolo to the rescue.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yep. Excuse me.
I have that
Uh,
like complete.
I
It's
think you
not a
should.
not an expensive game,
No.
but it's a cute game. I saw that I was like Rolo, and I forgot who had it on, but I was like, wow, this is a really really awesome game.
It's really, really weird. All right, let's look at Hold on, I gotta find which one of these. There we go. Some prices for the Genesis. So you can see Genesis, and this is the overall Genesis. Kind of peaked in 2022.
That's up and down, down and up.
So yeah, not. It seems to have leveled off around here. So around the average price being $18, and the game in the middle being 12-ish, give or take. 10 or 20 cents. So yeah, that's not too bad. I think that still would be really affordable to collect for because the average price being $18. It says there's 1,000 items, but I don't know. That includes hardware and variants. Let's see. Let's exclude the variants. Dang it, exclude the hardware.
You got
It
this
doesn't really
one,
do much to the price, but there's only 729 items. Oh, Musha,
and then
Punisher.
I just need to put it back in the box. But I got the rest sitting over there. Truxton, El Viento. My favorite one's Alicia Dragon. I love that. That is that and that one Saint Sword. The box art for Saint Sword's out of control. That is, you want to go into games and Genesis and like Genesis hands down had it. There's no way Nintendo could ever compete with box art for Genesis. No way.
Not what they did in the United States, but I think Sega of America may have learned the lesson with the Master System and the crummy box art that had. Because
Genesis bought.
the latter games that were released for the Master System, there started to be some improvement for, especially when you went over to PAL areas. Like
Genesis
Sega
box
learned from that.
arts. Genesis box art is. I mean, look at Landstalker's box art. Landstalker's box art. That's all like hand drawn. Game Ground.
Yep, yep,
El
it's good
Viento's
stuff.
box arts.
But you showed Musha,
Mm-hmm.
so here's the price of Musha.
It's probably about like two something. It went down from 300.
Well, loose, yeah, loose. Let's see, last month is 267, and again, this is using price charting because it's the best quick tool that we've got, but it's not always 100% accurate. Definitely look at eBay and look at recently sold items before you go and invest a bunch of money or spend a bunch of money on picking up some games. But yeah, it's loose. It's around the high 200, low $300 range. Complete, it's all over the place. I mean, going back to June 2021, it's basically a grand. Then you do a low point, $663 complete in box, $651, $814, and then last month $760. Well, this is obviously one of the more expensive games.
I would never want to complete.
I
I've
mean, if
thought
I
about
found
it
it for
as
cheap, I'd buy it, but I'd probably sell it and then just buy a loose copy.
I'm happy with the loose copy. I think it's great. I don't.
You don't
This
play the box or the manual; you play the cartridge. So if you got the
right.
cartridge, you're good. Um, but here's one that we talked about earlier: Amazing Saga Mutant Fighter.
I want the box for that very bad.
Well, there was someone who had it for, I remember, $45, $50 at Sega, um, but it had a
Damn.
rough label. But in complete in box, 120. Loose is 40. It looks like it dropped in July, or it's dropped in August. Because July it was 45 and now it's 40.
See, to me, this game, this is a phenomenal game. It is hard, but it is such a damn good game on the Genesis. Beat 'em ups were top king on Genesis. There was no way Nintendo could compete with something like this.
Well, and the thing is, the bosses for Amazing Sonic Mutant Fighter are ridiculous because they read your inputs, and so it can be very difficult to defeat the bosses. Like I know I beat it back as a kid when I, originally picked it up, but I'm like, how the heck did I do that? I don't know. I mean, you play a game for weeks and weeks and months, and you get pretty good at it. But I go and play it now, and I'm like, okay, I made it past the first level, but I spent 20 minutes just on the boss because it's tough. You gotta
Yeah.
just kind of like trick it.
Can you look up Saint Sword?
Um, yeah,
Have you ever seen Saint Sword before?
I think I might have that one.
And I'm chalking this one up to
Or does it have a
um
different name?
no, Saint Sword. That's what it
Oh,
is.
it. Dang it! It unloaded, so I've got to wait for it to. Oh, hold on. I can do. I'll just look at right here. Saint Sword. Oh, dang it! All right, it picked it up.
This this box art. I don't know if you could bring up the box art or not, but screams
Jeez Louise, that's horrible. Tiny photos. See if there we go.
Taito.
That's off the
The
cartridge, but it's quite similar to what is on
the cart,
the
the
box.
box, it,
Do
the
I have?
box art on this is it's amazing, absolutely amazing,
So I
and
don't know. Let me go double check. I don't remember if I've got this one or not.
I think you should because you would remember it from that box. His is crazy.
Yeah, I do have it.
You have it complete.
No, it's missing the manual, and I mean the cover. You can tell, like the cover is sun faded, but I
It's,
think
it's such that box art's crazy.
I'm pretty sure this was a makeup game for one of the ones that was kind of um,
On the
messed up
boxes you used to get.
from Video Games Monthly before it went crazy in price. I mean, the manual is $36 for so for $36, I could complete it.
But I mean, would you really want to?
No, I'm fine without it. I mean, I'll look up the manual if I really want to. The cart. Here, let me go to a big picture. Yeah, one of these. Oh, well, that's lovely, but we'll leave that. So you can see it's got movie rental sticker on it, but that's not to me. That's not an issue. I like that, but there's part of it's torn off. It's got Scotch tape right here, and then on the back, it's
Hmm.
got sticker stuff as well. So not in the greatest of shape, but it plays, and that's the main thing.
Just the box art on that 91. It's wild.
It's cool. It's different. It's
Wild.
the thing is, when you went to the store, you had to have something that caught your eye.
Yeah, and it is wild that game. I played it many of times. It's crazy.
That one, I mean, has gone all
Very
over. It's $160 complete in June of 2022 to let's see, $90 in 2025. So in 3 years, basically $60,
I
55
owe
$60 drop in price.
I owe that one to John Hancock because I was watching one of John Hancock's videos, and he was like, "Oh, hey, you ever see this game before?" And Saint Sword came up, and I'm looking at it like, "What the hell?" The gameplay really attracted me, and then I was blown away by like the box art. I bought that game only for the box art and the cart and the manual because I just thought, "Wow, this is crazy." The game's nuts. The game is nuts itself. It's the same with sort of a million, but um, that's like top tier box art. When you talk about Genesis, you talk about, you know, great box art. People will debate you on, oh my god, like wacky racers and the hell is it? Oh, DuckTales and blah. I'm like, no, no. When Nintendo will push out box art like Splatterhouse 2 and 3, then we'll have a conversation on box art. But for now, even you know, some stuff on Super Nintendo was cool, but the Genesis wasn't made to compete with the Super Nintendo, it was made to compete with the Nintendo.
Yep, the fact that they made it that they were able to keep it somewhat competitive with the Super Nintendo. Yeah, there was some good advertising going on. But here we've got Castle of Illusion,
Beautiful
which you
box art on
showed that.
that.
Yeah, I mean, nice box art, had nice. The gameplay was fun. Like I said earlier, I prefer the Master System version. I think it looks, sounds, and plays better. But I mean, if you don't have the ability to play Master System, next best thing is the Genesis version. My it ranges from 40 to $20, complete in box loose. And I mean, it's interesting because this one hasn't like smoothed out. It's just jumping all over the place.
I think I was going to ask about $40 for that or a trade for like another Genesis game or something that I didn't even, whatever.
Even if you zoom in, like jumps from $33 to $22, $31 loose to $16 loose.
That's a drastic thing, 15 to
Yeah,
42.
but I mean, look at it. I mean, it's not a smooth, like it not smoothing out.
What about Maximum Carnage?
I don't have that one pulled up yet. Let me see. We'll go with this one. Did I pull up Maximum Carnage? No.
Hmm. Ah, there it is. So little interesting story. If you go back, um, to what you
That
just
one,
had,
that
hmm?
one jumped around a good bit too, but then it starts to smooth out some.
It completes like $50 on it. You see that right there, Spider-Man Maximum Carnage Collector's Edition.
In that one.
Yeah, if you click on that, I have that. My
Super
mother,
Nintendo. We're not talking too much about Super Nintendo.
my
We can say
my
that for Super Nintendo night.
my mother, real quick. My mother and my aunt would always go back and forth with QVC ordering, and they were like QVC fanatics when they got cable, and somehow I acquired that
Well,
along
you
with
should have gone for the
this.
Japanese version apparently because it's worth $5,000.
What?
You didn't see that? Sorry, six.
Shit.
Complete in bright, complete in box. Six. Loose. Three.
Huh. Yeah, whatever. I just think it's a great. Again, it's beat 'em up.
It's a
It's a great game.
it's a fun game.
Great game for Genesis. But it's one of those games where if you play it, you play it multiple times. It's just it becomes boring after a while.
Well, it's I mean any beat 'em up. It's really repetitive. So unless you have some like specific goal in mind, oh, I'm gonna try to go through the first level without getting hit. I'm gonna try to go through the game, do the one credit clear. Because after you beat it once, it's like, oh, I could, you play through a level or two, and okay, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. You're just I'm done. I'm kind of done.
But yeah, this one seems to have settled off a little bit more than Castle of Illusion. But I mean, look, if you're not worried about complete in box, $22,
Manageable price for a game.
very manageable. Like people will complain, retro is too expensive. No, retro is like cheaper than modern because you can get good games like this, $22.
I mean, you
Um,
what Sonic and Knuckles is dirt cheap too. Sonic 2 is cheap. Sonic is cheap.
yeah, well, here, let's look. Okay, well, if you don't have a console,
That's the best console.
boom. Okay, this looks kind of suspicious.
Yeah, I'll go with eBay sold listing.
$70.
Best
But
console in the world. Best console.
and this is the one that has the high definition ring on the top. I don't know what it is. Mine.
Why is it? Why is it the best console in the world?
Mine's underneath there, but you know, one of the coolest things
Yep,
is
that
that
saved that
right
saved
there.
me many of times of being grounded. You're not allowed to play video games. Sure, not a problem. Plug in your
Yep,
headset. There you go. Play games. No one knows any of the wiser
yep.
because there was no sound coming out.
You need to go to bed. You've got something you got to do tomorrow. Okay.
Sure, no, I gotta play Splatterhouse tonight. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. It was nice. You know, and I don't know. Was there any other home console that put headphone ports on the system for you?
Neo Geo.
Did Neo Geo have it?
Yeah, my Neo Geo, my
Okay.
AES has it. Yeah. Um,
Because Super Nintendo, I don't think any Nintendo system.
no, Super Nintendo didn't have any of that.
Well, no, I mean even going forward, N64 didn't have one. GameCube didn't have one. I mean, and it was definitely a product of its time, especially because they were pushing, stereo sound and whatever, and with the high definition graphics. But yeah, really cool, really solid system. And again, like I said, it looks kind of suspicious, $70, but even at $100, and even at that, you're probably going to find something with games included in. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't updated since June of 2025,
yeah,
so
it's BS.
there's something going on with that one. But like I said, $100, you should be able to get the console, at least a controller, and multiple games. And then let's
That
see.
was that was such a great system.
All right. Well, I'm just going to pull up a picture of the Model 2 because the graph on this one is absolute garbage as well. But, here, Model 2 included a six pack, which the six pack was a cool thing because, I mean, you know, early collection, you had Golden Axe, you had, what did it have? Streets of Rage, Shinobi, Sonic, Columns, and is it GP Rider?
Oh, I've
But I
never
mean,
had that.
just with Sonic, Golden Axe, and Streets of Rage, and then Revenge of Shinobi, you had four really solid games, and that was packed in with that. Really, really cool. But so here's a reason to you really need to pay attention to when you're looking at price charting if you're actually trying to get values and stuff. Flat, just about flat.
Price charting is biased against Sega.
$58 loose. Complete box is 120. And I mean, it could very well be because there's just not as much interest in the Sega stuff.
Can the Model 2 run a Sega CD?
Yes. If you had the Model 1 Sega CD, it just sat on top of it. And the Model 2, it just plugged into the side because, Model 2 is the elongated one.
Oh,
But
like
then
okay.
that version also had a little brick that you could add to the side of that so you could hook up a Model 1 and so it wouldn't hang over. I still got to get a Model 1 Sega CD just so I can set the Genesis on top of it.
Yeah, I want that. Oh, I am after a Model 1 as well, and a Mega Jet.
The Mega Jet would be cool, but yeah, it's just gonna be way too expensive. But yeah, and I mean, both of them were good renditions of a console.
So let me ask you: when the way Genesis went was, we had the Sega Genesis that we had, which was the Model 1. Then we had the Model 2, and in
Then there was a
between
Model
that,
3.
there's a Model 3.
Yeah, they, crud, I forget who they gave the rights to. I want to say it starts with an M.
And
I mean,
when did the CDX come out? In between the Model 3 and the Nomad?
let me see. Hold on. Let me go to Sega Retro.
That's where I get fuzzy. Is with right after one. I only had one, and I had like a dust cover for it and all that. I loved that.
Let me see. Okay. hopefully this will show up well enough on the stream.
I bet the
So
model.
this is from Sega Retro, and this shows you like a breakdown of all the systems. Let me see. I think we'll. It goes up a little
That
bit too
looks really
much.
good.
Okay, so like about where your head is the SG-1000. Under that is the SC-3000, and you can kind of see part of the SG-1002, the Mark III Master System, the AI computer, which I'd love to get. Um,
What's AI computer?
we'll look at that later.
We should really go
Um,
into the history of this.
so
This is
Mega Drive, Mega Drive 2, Mega CD 2, Genesis 3. All right, so I should be able to look at that.
what the
So
hell?
32X. Now this one's not showing. Um,
What is a Mega Drive 2?
the Genesis 2. Mega Drive. See, it's Mega Drive slash Genesis, Mega Drive 2 slash Model 2, Genesis 3.
So the
And
Mega
so,
Drive 2 just looks like the Model 2 Genesis?
yeah, the buttons were different. So here's the Genesis 3.
That looks horrible.
Yeah, I think it has the worst audio quality and the worst video quality. So, but it was where is it go? Genesis 3 console is a bargain basement model of the Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis. So there it is, sold under license by Majesco in 1998. It is often diversely called the hockey puck due to its rather squat appearance and limited capabilities as compared to earlier models. No official variants of the Genesis 3 were released outside of North America, as Majesco did not have the rights to sell Sega consoles outside that region. It originally retailed at $50, though the price quickly dropped to as low as $20.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of them then.
I don't know. But let's see, redesigned console is extremely light in comparison to its earlier counterparts. Two gamepads plugged into the console will be outweighed, so greater care must be taken when used. So the Genesis 3 lacks expansion ports, so you can't use the CD. It's incompatible with it. The vast majority of Mega Drive games work with the Genesis 3. The few things that do not work involve hardware attachments, like the Sega 32X and the Master System converter. Well, I wonder if the Master System converter would work if you pull it out of its shell, so it'll actually plug in.
Oh, just the straight cart.
Yeah. So, and specific games that use external processors such as Virtua Racing show that with minimal modification, just we can use the 32X Virtua Racing and the Master System converter. So let's see, two revisions of the Genesis 3 were shipped. The first, VA1, is essentially a Genesis 2 VA4 in a smaller package. Second revision, VA2, uses a new ASIC, ASIC. I want to say ASCII, but that's, yeah, not it. Some minor changes, including fixing a long-standing bug that prevented the TAS instruction from working correctly. Some games that incorrectly use the TAS instruction, such as Gargoyles, will not function correctly on a Genesis 3 VA2, since the instructions now function correctly instead of simply doing nothing. The cartridge slot in the Genesis 3 is a slightly different shape than the previous versions, which allows Japanese Mega Drive games to be played on the system, assuming that the games did not check the system's region code itself. The console also shipped with 6-button controllers, one of the only official North American releases to do so, along with the CDX. Most consoles shipped with the 6-button arcade pad, but some consoles shipped with a different MK 1470 controller. Huh. So here is the 1470 controller. The start and select are lower, and then you got a turbo button in the middle.
I've seen that controller.
I did too. I thought it was a knockoff. Because like my brother ended up picking up a Model 2, and actually that's what I've got picked up over here with the 32X.
I had that controller.
Oh, dang it. I should not have closed that.
Yeah, I want to see this computer thing.
Oh, that's going to be at the end. Because this is Genesis. Then
So
we
then,
we're done.
Genesis wise, the CDX, if you bring that up again. So it was Genesis, then Genesis Model 2, then Genesis Model. No, the CDX probably had to come out around the same time as the 3.
It's not on this list. Let me see if I can find. Oh, It's not on this list because it's just for
So,
home video game.
wow, Game Gear had a long run.
Yep.
It was longer than Saturn.
Yep. Sorry, before and outlived the Saturn. Thing is, they
P-
really pushed the the Game Gear, and it did. I think it did okay. Cool because it had the TV tuner. It had color gameplay. You didn't you did have to have it kind of at the right angle so you could really see it clear. Biggest problem was the battery life.
Now, was the Pico an attachment to the Genesis?
The Pico is its own thing.
That's the stuff you have, right? The little draw thing.
That's this,
Oh wow.
and it plays off of these giant cartridges slash books.
Oh shit.
Um, Curious as to
Golly,
why.
frog and VTech. Oh, what the?
What?
What was? Wait, you just had saw a nuclear reactor up there. What in the world is this?
The localized name: Mega Drive,
Ro-
Genesis, Mega Drive, Super Game Boy, Super Aladdin Boy in Korea.
no, that the remote arcade system. What the
This?
hell? I've never seen any of this.
Well, that's the RF connection. It's a Mega CD with something attached. A Japanese Sega Mega Drive Model 1 overloaded with add-ons including the Sega and Mega remote arcade system. Oh, and Mega CD karaoke.
Who? I mean, really? That looks cool. That looks like
So,
it could probably run a small village in
okay.
Japan.
So this was just wireless. That's what the remote arcade system was. I don't remember it being called that, though.
You had all this?
No. But I remember seeing it in magazines and stuff. I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to have. All right. So the Mega CD karaoke.
Yo, that is nuts.
That is crazy. Like, I had no idea about that.
That's nuts. That's like, I just want it because it's just really weird and dumb.
So I guess you could hook up two microphones to it.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Volume, I can't quite make out. And you have ability to twist some of these things. Man, it's kind of cool. Like, you looking it up now?
I'm curious to see. I
Mega CD
probably
karaoke. That is definitely interesting, though.
that's yeah, that's another level. Holy jeez, nope. No thank you.
All right, drop a link either in Discord or in the chat, and I'll pop it up because obviously that was a little bit too expensive. Now, and
Nope.
here's different logos for Mega Drive, Genesis, Mega Drive in Brazil, Eastern Europe, Asia, Africa. Oh, Asia. This is a lovely little gold looking one. Scandinavia had this interesting one. Apparently, the South Korea ones, the images are no longer available.
I think that's cool.
But yeah, so
That's
here's the Model 2, and so you've got all these different versions. The Asian model has like red door and blue button. North American was all black. Okay, that one is all black. Yeah, European had just had red buttons and a black slot. And South Korean model looks quite similar to the Japanese model. Looks like the wording on the bottom is obviously different. It says 16-bit and something above it. Oh, let's see if we can. Okay, on off. Reset Mega Drive 2. And this one's Mega Drive 16-bit on off. And that just says Super Aladdin Boy. Guessing because of what it says right there. Super Aladdin Boy 2.
that is weird.
And there's the different versions of the Model 1.
How many of these do you own?
I own 2 North American models, and that's it.
Oh wow.
I did not go crazy looking for multiple um, versions of the Genesis like I did with the Master System. All right, so
That karaoke thing
I
is
guess the retail
insane.
price when it launched in 1989 was $200. That's crazy because that's not cheap right now. Going in any of these other ones. Did you find that link again?
I posted the link in the chat for the thing in the private chat
Oh,
for
okay.
the karaoke thing. That thing's insane. $3,000. There's an echo feature on it.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, that's
That's cool though. I mean, it's crazy, but and look, you get another brick. You can add another brick to your power supply.
hey, and look, Nintendo, I don't see you doing any of
So,
this.
oh, look at volume control for mics 1 and 2, vocal cancel, chorus, echo level, key control. I mean, that is pretty cool. Not 3 grand cool, and I'm guessing it could run off of batteries too. Judging by that, doop, looks like a little battery door. Holy cow! So you had a fuse. Oh no, that's master volume. I thought it was a replaceable fuse. All right,
That's a
in and out
volume.
for left and right. Then your power. Oh, geez Louise. So you get Sega branded microphones. Yeah. Cables. Yep. Batteries.
Yeah,
Let's see. You can get another power brick. So with the Genesis, so you'd have the Genesis, the Mega CD, and then the karaoke machine. And then you could add in a 32X. And so you'd have 4 power bricks. That makes you want one of those Sega power strips.
I just want a CDX.
I mean, they're not hard to get. You just got to pay for it.
I mean, that is a cool. The one of the biggest things Genesis wise was the CDX.
Yeah, see, it was neat because okay, well, you could play it as a Genesis, Sega CD, or a music CD, and having a CD Discman was like, oh man, that's cool. Like, oh, what do you
Back
mean you can
then,
play games on it too? Yeah,
uh huh.
but it's such an '80s thing, and sorry, not an '80s thing, such a '90s thing, and Sega did it. What Nintendo don't.
You could put the cartridge in, play the games. It would play 32X, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, but you would need a Sega CD because you would have the CDX.
Yeah, because it was built in.
And they're expensive.
Yeah. Let's jump back to some games. So one
Okay, yeah,
that
well,
where is it?
I've collecting Genesis. I've moved more into a phase of not games now, more hardware.
This game is awesome. Mutant League
I
Football.
I have it. I never played it.
If you do not care, think about it's like an action game but sports because there are things that you can do. Like you can kill the ref, you can kill the other teammates, you can turn on what is it, reserves, and then if you lose enough guys on your team, either through too many tackles and getting hurt or killed, or there's mines on the field. Some of them are open to space, so you run into a spot and you get sucked off. Just so much fun. There's audibles that you call. Guy runs around and throws sticks of dynamite. You can bribe the ref, but as soon as somebody realizes that you have bribed the ref, there's an audible to kill the ref. And if the ref can survive, like they just constantly try to kill him, and you take control of the ref, and so you're just trying to run away. Ah, um, but like this one is great game. Even if you're only semi like sports, or I don't know, even if you don't like sports, you might. might be all right with it. But I mean, loose, $20, complete in box 45, 52. Less than $60 complete. And to me, that's a ceiling I'll pay for stuff. But man, it's just so cool. Such a fun game. And let's see, you can see on this one, it included 2 free cards, football mutant cards.
Oh wow.
I was wondering if there was going to be any pictures of any of them. All right, so here's a complete one that has a couple of the cards. Now, let's expand that. There we go, just the cards. So Dawkin and Coach McWimple. And several of the players had their names were play on other athletes.
Really?
Yeah, let me see. I think I've got mine handy. So see my copy of Mutant League Hockey. We'll jump over to this. I think I pulled them out and stuck them in here. Or maybe I didn't. Nope. Must have them with a bunch of other cards. Because the ones I've got are not those characters. And apparently I wrote some codes down. So we got some codes. And then over here, so I had, say, 2,000 total yards, 1,000 rushes, 500 passing.
Did you play a lot of that game?
I don't know if I would say a lot, but I got my money's worth out of it. Now I'll pull that. I'll pull up. Let me pull up the image. This one. So see, these are the audibles. So the Dark Star Dragons, you had Bomb Squad, Super Speed, and Kill Ref, and you had ones for offense and ones for defense. But like I said, this one, well worth it. I think the only other sports game I had when I was a kid for the Genesis was Madden '94.
Midway Monsters.
But cool game. Cool game.
Who put this game out? Oh, EA?
Yeah.
Yeah, back when EA made decent games.
By Mutant League Hockey, which I always wanted and now I'll probably never get. Because I don't want it loose. I want it complete, and complete it's over $100.
Mutant League Hockey's over $100?
Yep.
Why?
I think it was a little bit more on the rare side. Because I looked for it and I could never find it when I was a kid. Yeah, so this one's actually updating, it looks like. So they had one sell on the 11th for $125.
That's crazy, $100 for that.
But people think that for any game that goes for what most people would say, oh, that's crazy. But I don't care how rare a game is. Like Dinosaur Peak, there's no reason it should cost what it does.
No way.
The Master System, like they're way overvalued, and that's because the supply is less than the demand, and that's what people are willing to pay for a crummy game for some reason. And then you got this one, Hyperstone Heist.
I don't know this one either.
It's $150 complete, $40 loose, which kind of wish that would be cheaper loose.
I this one is an exception though to the rule because one, it's fueled by TNM, Team Men, whatever nerds,
TMNT.
like turtle nerds. I mean, I saw this one at the show, and I was talking to that guy with Steam Arts and everything, and he's like, I'm like, I have 400 Genesis games. He's like, oh, do you have this one? And I said, no. And I grew up with the toys. I had turtles galore. I mean, wars in the basement. And I never, ever got this. I don't care about the turtles. The only thing I would say is great is ice, the ice cream song ninja rap that he sang in
Oh,
in the
the
movie.
second movie.
What is he?
Go ninja, go ninja, go
Yeah,
ninja, go.
Vanilla Ice,
Yep.
and the soundtrack to the first movie. That's it. I Another game. I don't. It's a banger. It's got. I heard great music. People flock over this stupid thing. Personally, when I had a decision to buy this, um, I chose Michael Jackson's Moonwalker over this.
You chose poorly.
I think I chose great. MJ's locked in. So I was like, I like I've liked MJ. Always liked MJ's music. I'm just like, I chose Moonwalker.
I think the gameplay for Hyperstone Heights. I mean, it's a beat 'em up, but it's a quick beat 'em up. Like you can beat it in a half hour, even less if you use some of the speed running strats and stuff.
Do you
Um,
own this
I own Hyperstone Heights. Yes, I bought it as a kid.
complete?
Yeah, it's probably $20 when I bought it at Toys R Us
Damn.
back in the day.
Oh,
But
why do you have?
here's your Mega Jet.
Yep. You would take that. You would plug. So funny thing about this commercial. Well, not this, but funny thing about the Nomad commercial is the Nomad commercial. I think it was a cable. It was an extension cord that the kid was playing. I don't know whatever the hell it was, and the other kid turns around to him and says, "What are you doing with this? You could just bring your Genesis games with you." And it was the Nomad, and he was playing all his Genesis games on the physical on the Nomad. I remember that commercial clearly because it was like '90s goofy, the jet with the extension. The Nomad was a phenomenal system. It was revolutionary. The Megajet was like the equivalent to the Nomad, but in Japan, where you would take your games, you'd plug them into the TV of the airline that they would have on the seat, and then you would play your Genesis games on the Megajet. They called it Megajet. I Now the only thing that eludes me is that I don't know if this was pre-installed or if you could buy it in the stores and then bring it with you. But this is another insane hardware from them. Crazy hardware.
Yeah, just trying. I mean, Sega was not opposed to trying
Think
strange and different things.
I mean, thinking outside the box was great. It was absolutely great.
Yeah, they were really good at it. Unfortunately, one of those will set you back a few $100. But you got some heavy
Or
hitters. Just you just need to find someone that's got one and trade for it.
I've been after one of these for a while. I have the eye with the controller. I don't know. I got that because Welsh fueled me. I hope I fueled him to go get the Saturn shmup. But um, I it's not even about owning. It's not about I'm going to sit and plug that into a TV and play off of it. No, it's about owning it because of the um just the engineering behind it is insane. The thought process that went into we need to make something portable that we can play our Genesis games on. And Nintendo never ever did that. Nintendo never said where you could take your Nintendo games and plug them into something portable and bring it with you. Game
But
Boy was its own separate moneymaker.
Yeah, so they didn't need to, but Sega was like, "Hey, well, what can we do to extend the reach?" I mean, I think it was only available in Japan,
Yes, it was only available in Japan.
and there was some, I'm guessing, a small retail release that says in 1994.
It's great, great thing, and of course the Nomad. So what? Let's let's go through the Nomad because I know the Nomad's a subject with you. Why haven't you traded stuff to get the Nomad?
Because there's no big push for it.
You just wouldn't like you wouldn't say, "Wow, that's like the like a cool thing to get."
No, I mean it'd be cool to have one. It'd be fun to have one, but there's no real big push for it. I've got several Genesis or is it Genesi, several Genesis that I can have one hooked up in here. I can have one hooked up in the bedroom if I wanted to. I can have one hooked up downstairs if I wanted to.
When I got that, I went to the store and it was $120 with the battery pack and the charger and Sonic 3 with it. And um I bought it. The guy mistakenly
Venus.
Venus, I've never seen that. Mistakenly
That's a
labeled
prototype.
for the Nomad,
Yep.
labeled it wrong and I called up the next day to thank him and he was fired from the store.
Well, it says here the retail was $180.
He had it for 120 with the battery pack and everything and a controller, the battery pack, the wall plug-in and Sonic 3 and I got it for 120 and the next day the guy got fired from the store. I think it was something happened with him at the store.
He may have been just lowballing stuff.
I I was so excited to get this in 2021. Super excited to get this.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting one, but it's would I want to dedicate the funds to getting one, and not really. I mean, unless I took a bunch of stuff in, and I don't even know what I have left. That's kind of a heavy hitter that someone would be interested. Oh yeah, you got a Nomad? Well, hey, I'll trade you James Buster Douglas boxing, or
You probably
because I
get
mean
rid of
it
that
would take
Gotcha Force.
it would. I don't know if they'd do a 1-to-1 with Gotcha Force, but I mean, and that one's not complete, and so that one would be kind of iffy.
Would you need it boxed, the Nomad, with the box and everything?
No, but I'd like one. But I don't know how much. Let me see how much are those running.
400, I'm guessing. You know what's funny too?
There's one that's 300.
Oh,
Has
LCD
the wall
mod.
charger. See, I don't think I'd really worry about the battery and stuff because I don't know. I don't think I'd take it on the go.
I would
There's
never
one that's
take this
recapped
one.
$600. Two broken ones for 400. There's a $200 for parts. See, that's the thing is now like stuff for parts it goes for crazy prices.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
There's one with the battery pack, $450.
Was the battery pack separate for it?
I'm guessing it. Let me see if I can find one that's boxed. I'm guessing that it came with it. Someone's trying to sell this off as a Sega Nomad. Apparently, somebody bought
Yeah,
100 for $120. It's kind of crazy, but well, here's
special.
one that's in the box.
Wow,
Let's see if it says anything about a battery.
that's Italy.
Plays 500 plus Genesis games. Includes Genesis Nomad 60-bit color portable system. Requires 6 AA batteries not included. Alkaline batteries recommended. Game cartridge not included. Product specifications may change without notice. Okay, so I'm saying, gonna guess that no, it did not
That
come.
box is beautiful. Nope, there it is. Enhance
I
your adventure.
the stuff that they used to put on the back of boxes was so cool. Like
Mm,
here's the different stuff you can use alongside what you're getting. You know, car adapter, AC adapter, the 6-button controllers, the power pack, TV hookup, and then the advertisements for the games: World Series Baseball, Adventures of Batman and Robin, Comic Zone, Sonic and Knuckles, and then there's Comic Zone again. But see, full Genesis graphics, your favorite Genesis games at home or on the road. Connect to your TV. Additional control pad port allows for two-player action. Note: some games developed for the Genesis system may not be compatible with the Genesis Nomad. For a list of incompatible games, call 1-800 USA Sega. Now, what would you do? You just go and look it up online. You don't have to talk to anybody. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, okay. And then there's
oh
the
my God, is that
primetime
a
NFL football, Jurassic Park Rampage Edition, NHL All Star Hockey, Vector Man, Marvel Comics X Men 2, Clone Wars, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I have that one.
And then you got another one, Beyond Oasis, Tides of
Uh,
Time for Echo, Garfield, Taz.
that's Garfield caught in the act. No wonder why it did bad.
And this guy had all the inserts and everything. Holy cow! Okay,
Oh wow.
so there's the battery case. That screen. I don't know if it just needs to be cleaned or if those are scratches. But I mean,
That's where the battery pack goes.
yeah, and that's where we plug the cartridge in. I don't know. Maybe that's the next thing I should look at getting. But oh, there's a picture of the instructions how to put it all together. But yeah, it's just cool that Sega did stuff like this instead of making you know now you've got the Switch and you don't have an option because the Switch is just based off its own thing. You don't have okay, you can play it at home, and then later on we'll make a version that's a little bit more expensive, but within line that's on the go. No, you just get something you got to pay a premium for to take it on the go, and then we'll provide you with a dock. I don't need a screen. I don't need a dock, but oh, it
It's
was yeah,
crazy system. That and the CDX
yeah.
and the Megajet. The Nomad's great. I wouldn't want a box for it, but I mean I played Wolf Child on mine when I was sitting in line waiting to pick up the kids from school. It's got a great speaker. It's really got a good speaker.
See, that's the thing is like I wouldn't use them. I don't think I would use them as portable devices because when I
Yes.
go out, I want to be out. I don't want to be plugged in while I'm out. See, in the box, a grand for CDX, 225 for CDX. So I mean, that's not 225 bucks. That doesn't seem bad.
Yeah, but for parts.
Oh, that one was for parts. Uh, only untested. Okay, yeah. I don't believe the untested these days. I think they test it and just say, okay, it didn't work. We'll just put it up as untested for parts.
I'm definitely, when I go to the show, going to be looking for a CDX.
There you go.
Um,
$375.
that's worth it.
Well, you've got some stuff to trade, so you could definitely trade for that. And I mean,
Oh,
that's maybe what you should be looking at is for those bigger items and not the little game stuff.
well, like this?
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, really, it's Elemental Master.
So
Oh, damn.
apparently
Oh,
somebody
wow.
fit that in the Game Gear case.
That can't be a Game Gear case.
Nope, it's the Game Gear case. It says right there. Sega
What
Game Gear.
the?
because that's where the battery for the Game Gear went.
I don't have. Do you have the battery edition for the Game Gear?
I've got two of them now because that hard case I bought came with one.
Oh wow! Did they
So I have
realize
no
that
idea
the
if it
batter?
worked or not.
Did they realize it was in there?
I don't know. I saw it in there and I was like, "Hey, would you take $10 for it?" And they said yes. So I was like, "All right, it's gone." I think we've hit everything, all the different versions of the Genesis, including the Genesis 3, which now I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I should get one. The CDX,
Ah,
the Nomad.
Genesis 3,
Um,
no way. I think you should get a Nomad. I
like I said,
think
I
your
wouldn't
next.
mind having one. I just there's no rush to get one because just the price and stuff. It's not what I need. There's other stuff I'd rather spend $400 on. Like I can get
Yeah, but
2 or 3 games.
if you went in with, but if you had the Nomad, and you went in with Buster Douglas and a bunch of other like GameCubes or whatever it is like this, and I could see for me, it's like, hey, GameCube, I bought the stuff for it. I would get rid of it, the games or whatever it is to get, like let's say a Nomad or something, because I'm still playing on the original hardware. The Nomad is cool because you could take it, turn it on, plug the S video out, put it into a TV, and just play.
Yeah.
And that is what a Switch should be like. Is like the Nomad.
It doesn't need a dock.
Yes, it's its
You can
own.
plug it into the wall. You can plug it to your TV, and it's just like a console. The crazy thing is, if you think about it, buying a Nomad is cheaper than buying a Switch 2. And
Yes, and you'll
actually,
probably get more enjoyment out of the Nomad than you will the Switch 2.
I probably would because I have all Genesis games I could pop in and play.
Honestly, that TurboGrafx 16 that you have with all the games and everything, there's your Nomad right there.
Oh, that could be.
And the Nomad would be great because you could say, hey, listen, like, your Genesis and stuff, just set up the Nomad and just play. Or, hey, listen, I'm going to bed. I'm going to sit in bed for like 20 minutes before I fall asleep. Just turn on the Nomad and just play a Genesis game.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about overheating. You don't have to worry about any of that.
yeah, that's true. Hmm.
Oh, that's a SCART cable for Model 2.
Model 2 Genesis, because I think that pin connector, I don't know if it's the same, but it's similar. Oh, do Miss D Dubs, how's it going?
Wow, 4 comments. Let me.
I think I got my Genesis in
And,
September, October of '89. See,
oh
I
no,
think I
that's
got
Drake.
mine in Christmas of '90 or '91. Whenever they packed it in with the with Sonic.
Oh, wow, you got your Genesis in 89?
Yeah,
I think I got mine with Altered Beast on it. I don't know which one that is.
that's
Give
the first one. So that would have been '89. Yeah, mine came with Sonic. That little blue fur ball. Yeep 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 doo 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 doo
The
doo
CDX is
doo.
pretty good, but the CDX is in Genesis though.
What do you mean?
Well, it's Sega. It's Genesis's birthday or Sega's birthday?
It's the Genesis's birthday.
Birthday.
So yeah, the Nomad, all that stuff. But it's just like this is what, because we got the Genesis, we got all of this other stuff.
It's crazy. I mean, personally, Altered Beast is good on the Genesis. Don't get me wrong, but Altered Beast on PC CD is a trillion times
Is it
better.
a lot closer to the arcade?
Even this, yeah, with the story, the story's great. It is a full animated story. That's one game
Oh,
I'm always after too. So
that's cool.
Look up some game now. Look up you're looking at Genesis games. Death Duel. Death Duel was an early release for Genesis. Box art was like
That duel
phenomenal.
is a cool game.
Death Duel is a great game. And
Oh, look
look,
at that. $30 complete in box. I might have to
$10.
$10 loose. It's neat because if you're a fan of robot jocks or mechs in general, mechs or kaiju, because you're basically a giant mech fighting a bunch of different kaiju. You got to pick your weapons appropriately, and um, some you have to strategically try to shoot them. Take out their legs or their arms, or some of them are still alive after you take out their head.
Yeah, it's a really great game. I mean, look at the box art.
And let me see if I can find another picture. Boom. Oh my gosh. It's tiny. It's a tiny picture.
BattleTech was good. That was a very good game for Genesis, Drake.
Here's one of the cartridge. It'll show. It's a little bit sun
That's
faded, but
that
maybe
looks
I need to take a picture of
crazy.
mine. I think mine's in better condition than that. But yeah, it was a fun game. And see, when did it release? Licensed by 92. So 3 years after it came out. Oh, mix,
Such
yes.
a it was a really good game. Razorsoft. I don't know what else Razorsoft made, but that was a good game.
Didn't they make Alien Syndrome?
I thought they made Atomic Robo Kid. I know I'm wrong. Um, you know, it's funny you bring that up. That is, I had that. I got rid of it. I'm stupid. I want it back.
Herzog's Why.
Oh my god, I love that. That is such a great game, and I can never find it. And I might just have to buy it on eBay. But it is such a good game. Herzog's Why. It really is a great game.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. I mean, look at that blood back in like 92, 93.
that's When You Die, Grim Reaper. So on this guy, you can take out his individual legs. There's
Yup.
another scorpion tail up here that you can take out. You can take out the guns individually.
Now pay
Hey,
attention to her too.
yeah,
I mean, Genesis is. I mean, look at this.
yeah. If you take out the legs, he can't move. Just so cool. Like that one, he just
Boom.
took out the leg. Take out the other leg. But you got limited ammo down here on the bottom. You have
I
to,
mean, this guy's a
repair
mess.
cost, and then you have to buy your different weapons that you're going to use. It was just a great game.
It was a
It was
very good
really, really
game.
fun.
That was a very good game.
I
Alien
never got far
Syndrome.
into it, but man, it's tough.
Oh, man, supported the Master System. Nope.
Yep. Yep.
And then,
Yep.
of course, we have a game that you and I both like, which is Ranger X.
Where
That's a hard game.
it is. I haven't tried to get anywhere on that one. Let me see. How did I close that? I did. Dang it.
Ranger X is a good game. Zealer Mercenary? I've never heard of that. Herzog's
Yeah,
is crazy,
I
though.
picked up. What the heck? Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing.
Herzog's was. But Genesis had.
But
I mean,
there's Ranger X.
oh, man.
$82. See, $82 complete, but only $25 loose. Crazy.
And
Crazy.
it's a good game.
It's
It's a
fun, but
very
like you
good
said, it
game.
is tough.
It's hard. It's a very hard game.
Not familiar with Zarlor Mercenary, an Atari Lynx game. That's probably
He
why. My
he
my
loves
Lynx
his links.
my Link's knowledge is pretty limited. Other than there was one.
There were two. There were two Lynx games.
Only two Link's games
Two Atari Lynx
system.
systems. Yes.
Yeah, but I mean it's interesting because the price for this one stayed pretty regular. Just do.
It's a good
After
game.
or even in 2020 it didn't go too crazy, and then since then it's kind of gone. Blah, 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 blah.
What's one of your like two of your favorite Genesis games? Moving into that, since you
The
have
ones
Red
that we
Shredding
hadn't
open.
talked about, Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see if we can actually find this one because it's not advanced. It's just Dungeons and Dragons: Warriors of the Eternal Sun. Where the heck? We're still in advanced. Yep, I saw it as I was scrolling past everything. Oh, that's a strategy guide. The strategy guide is $60 for that game.
Jeez.
There's PAL. Where's the Genesis? All right, let's see if we can. There it is. See, this is one that I think it's like really surprising that this one is not more expensive than it is complete. You can get it for $50, but you get a roll. You make a party of 4 characters. You can roll all their stats if you want to. I think there's 8 different classes that you can choose from, and you got to go exploring and figure out why your the castle that you were fighting in got transported to this valley, and everyone is going mad. And you got to figure out why. But it's really fun. I doubt it's got. Let me see if I can find some quick gameplay for it.
That seems interesting. Castle getting teleported reminds of Crawl. Crawl was wild.
Go to Sega. Go to videos.
Oh, Thunder Force 2? Yeah, Thunder Force 2 is good. I got that sitting on the shelf. Thunder Force 2 is a solid game.
Let's see. Why did it do that? Come on. What the freak? It will not go full screen. All right. The Goblin Wars lasted 13 moons. Here, I'll. Oh. There we go. The goblins mass for their final assault. Our ways will pass from this earth by nightfall. Let the bards praise our courage. Look at these graphics.
Yeah, I mean, there's blood.
Before the goblins attack, the earth begins to tremble.
Lightning Force.
Sky rips open. Man and goblin alike are sucked into the void. Woo, 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 woo.
Whoa! That's actually really good.
All right, so here's the character creation screen. Oh, there's only 7 characters. Oh, but you get to choose your colors. But after you choose your character, you get to name them, and then you can roll their stats. So you can have a really strong, 18 is the max, and you can only have one stat with 18. Lightning Force. So there, you got your party. You have an A attack and a B attack. So as you're hitting the button, that's how you use your attack. So this is the dungeon view. This is overhead view. Let me see. Get them out into the world. So there's the world. So you can get caught in the trees and stuff, and have to do a bunch of backtracking, and definitely bite you in the backside when you're about dead, because you can't camp to restore your health if there's enemies nearby. Oh, they found a beastman camp. Try to get.
What do the fight sequences look like?
This is a fight right here. It's turn-based, and early on you are really prone to missing. I've wondered about trying to like do a stream of this and let everyone like have 4 people play, and they can choose their characters and how to play with them. They let me know, okay, hey, I want to do this fight, I want to do that fight.
How much did you play of this as a kid?
Much. I beat it several times as a kid, and I've beat it several times since.
The music's badass.
The music's
That guy's gonna
great.
get destroyed.
For some reason, he doesn't have the spells equipped on anybody. So the thing to do is you have a ranged attack and you have your melee attack.
Oh, for his yearly thing.
So this
I
guy
gotta watch when he does
knew what
that.
he was doing.
This guy knew what he was doing.
No, he did not know what he was doing. Either that, he was just trying to show people, oh, here's what you can do.
So is there permadeath?
No. Oh, if there was permadeath, you would not make it anywhere in this game.
Ah.
But you have to go back to town to have your character revived. And hope you can make it there.
Or else you're gonna get random battles and they're gonna kill you.
Well, the cool thing is, like, you can run away from the battles on the overworld before you start the fight. So you can run away, and if you can do it, get far enough away, like, they'll lose track of you, and then you can like keep heading back into town. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, crap, I thought. There we go. So there's a map, like very low res view of the map. So the castle in the middle is where you start. That beastman camp is right here, but there's caves all throughout. Like, see, you can see a cave there. There's multiple caves there. There's several caves all around in here. You can see there's one there. I think there's one there. There's some that are hidden. Or no, there's one right there. But swamp, you'll find different kind of creatures. In this area with the red, you'll find different kind of creatures. And some of these will take you to different areas. And you'll find different kind of creatures there. Oh man, it is a great game.
How do you get new weapons?
You either find them or buy them.
Oh. Yeah, it is like a Link to the Past style map, you're right. It's crazy.
But like how much this game has going on, it's just amazing that it doesn't go for more, because it really should. So first time playing through, like, it'll take you a while. But oh my gosh, for $50, yeah, that is a steal, in my opinion. Dungeons and Dragons Warriors for the Eternal Sun. If you don't have it and you got a Genesis and you like RPGs or action games, get it. Highly recommend it.
I do not have that.
That should be on your list.
What's your other game that you like for Genesis? I mean, like your top.
I mean, we already touched on it, but Starflight.
I don't think I've ever seen. I know the booklet is gigantic for this.
But it's gigantic because it has a 20 or 30-page short story in it. Like some guy, like, made a short story in the world of Starflight
Oh
because
wow,
he liked the game.
Drake, do you know Starflight? I've never seen video played through none of this.
I have played it, some of it, several times on stream. You must not have just ever come around on those ones.
I must have been doing other things. I've unless it was very early.
No, because I think I've played it somewhat in the last several years.
It's a little like Star Control too.
Yeah, one of them inspired the other. I forget which way, but the one thing is, I mean, look at and even this, $40 complete. The highest it's ever been is 59.50. Great game. Question is that complete with the map? There's a map, and actually, let me see.
Oh,
Um,
there's a map.
I was gonna see it's. I've got it back there somewhere. But yeah, there's a map. There's a map. There's a map. There's a map. There's a map.
Now, when did you bought this yourself, or you got this as a gift?
I bought it. This was the second time I bought this game. I bought the Commodore 64 version.
Hmm.
Um, all right, so here is like the beginning area. This is your hub. You get your mail. This is where you pick your crew. This is where you repair, buy supplies for your ship. Um, so this is the crew recruitment area. It's really good. The story is really interesting. Yeah, like when I was going through one playthrough, it would be next generation characters. Another playthrough would be original. If you had an android, usually his name was Data.
Yup. Jeez.
Um, so here's crap. Cut back too quick. But you're buying upgrades, cargo pods, engines, shields, armor, weapons. There's multiple weapons as you can see. But there's your ship. You can see those things just got added on when you bought those weapons. Those cargo pods are right there. Um, so when you leave, this is your traveling. This is in a solar system. You land on the planet and you go mining. Use the mineral scanner. It shows you where the minerals are. You can buy upgrades for your terrain vehicle. And when you're done, is he going up? Okay, he's going up. So you can see some stuff from the overworld map, but usually that uses more fuel than it's worth, in my opinion. Some of the planets are like really hostile, so there'll be creatures that will come and attack you. Some of them have very bad weather, and like there'll be snowstorms or rainstorms or really windy or tornadoes, and they'll bash you about. But there's just let me see if I can find a spot where they're going into space, and not just. I don't think they're leaving. Apparently, this was played on an emulator. Let me see if I can find.
How do you fight them all with your lasers?
You've got There's different kinds of weapons. Like one of them will drop like bombs behind you or mines.
That's interesting.
There's the lasers. You have to get them in front of you.
And you obviously you played this like a million times.
Yeah, I've played it several times. Oh, here. So, let me get back to this.
Star Control 2. Is that like on a PC?
So this, so here's the map behind it. All these dark circles are within that is a unique alien race's territory, and these little bloboid things are nebulas. Your shields don't work in there, so you get in a battle in there, it could be dangerous for you.
So if you get into a battle in one of those and your shields don't work, it's game over. That's it. They just blow up.
It depends on how good you are.
Interesting.
because you may be able to fight them and win. Um, Trying to find one that has like several hours of play. I
How
got
long does it
40
take to
minutes.
beat?
Oh, the first playthrough, I'd think it could easily take 20 hours. But let me see what.
Jeez. And of course, it has a battery in it, right, to help you save.
Yeah, you can save it in game.
Yeah, because if that didn't have a battery, that would be miserable.
It would. Yeah, yeah.
Because
So
if the battery
16 and a
burns
half
out,
hours to beat the main story. 30 hours for a
six,
completionist. 'Cause I'm
16
not
and a
sure what
half
they're going for with
hours,
completionist.
just like if the battery burned out, we didn't have screwdrivers back then to open up the cartridge and take the battery out.
So here it says the end.
The game had an ending too.
Yep, the game had an ending, but the cool thing is after you beat the game, you could keep playing if you wanted to. So here is when you're in space, not just space in a system, but you had a coordinate system. Let me, and so this once you were significant or not, once you were adequately trained, your guys could detect alien movement, and so there's aliens at 126, 162. So if you go there, you'd run into aliens, which you may or may not want to do. And there's your fuel up there, damage, armor, how much cargo you have, the date. The date plays into it because as you play, um, things happen in the whole entire galaxy, and you can go to each one of those dots is a solar system.
Oh
This
wow!
is where you go to buy and sell your items.
So it's farming, protecting your stuff, going into different solar systems to farm and get rarities.
Yep. And so this is the map in the game. So these are the nebulas. These are the wow wormholes or fluxes, I think is what they call them. But they'll take you from point A to point B. And if your engineering skill isn't high enough, you like the coordinate system, you won't know what the coordinates are. But if you fly around over time, your I think it's your engineer. No, I think it's a navigator. The navigator might be able to figure it out.
So how
Um,
do you level up? Just killing stuff?
well, there's no like levels. You get better equipment, but like you need to go and contact some of the alien races to figure out what's going on, and they'll give you clues on where you need to go and places you can go to find stuff that artifacts or places that are rich in resources or stuff. Really, really solid game. Really worth checking, in my opinion. But those are two of my favorite games.
Yeah, Drake, I could see this on the Amiga.
So here's originally developed for IBM PC compatibles. It was later ported to the Amiga, Atari ST Mac, and Commodore 64. A fully revamped version of the game was released for the Genesis in 1991, which is like the penultimate version. But actually, I forgot. I did play on an old IBM computer, and that one, and actually even the Commodore 64, you had to be careful because your saves could get messed up and you could lose all your progress.
That would be horrible. Oh
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, I beat it on DOS, I beat it on the Mac, and I beat it on the Commodore 64
I
and the
could see
Genesis.
I could see people using Game Genie for this.
There's no reason to. It's not. It's not a really tough game. You just gotta play and explore. Like exploring really pays off. Date plays into Star
Really?
Control 2 as well. Yeah, I think I've got Star Control Origins. I need to um, play some of those. I think I actually picked up a bundle of them at some point.
Star Control Origins.
Yeah, but so that's yeah, Dungeons and Dragons and Starflight, both really really solid games.
So those are your two in like definite favorite games of all time on Genesis.
Um, Two of my favorite games for the Genesis. I don't know, like Starflight is one that I would love to play again for the first time, and so is Dungeons and Dragons, just like Fantasy Star for the Master System.
It's interesting. I don't have either. No Starflight. I don't. Do I have it? No, I don't have it. I had it. I had
I actually
Starflight.
have. I bought a loose copy of the game to give away at some point. Do a stream and play through it, and try to let chat decide what I do and how. Because when you're talking to the aliens, you can take an obsequious, normal, or aggressive stance. And so, depending on how you talk to them, they can react differently. Because some of them you need to talk to certain ways, so they'll even talk to you. And if you talk to them mean or aggressively too long, they might just try to kill you.
Really?
Oh, and
You're talking to me for too long. We're done.
yeah, the Commodore 64 version and I think the PC version both had copy protection in the game. You had Space Police and you had a
What?
code wheel, and the Space Police would come and you'd have to give them the information from the code wheel. I wish I'd pulled it out because I've still got my the Commodore 64 version.
You had a
Um,
Commodore 64 growing up?
yeah,
Damn.
that's why I got my childhood C64 over there. I just need to either figure out how to fix the disk drive or buy a new one
Nope.
or just
I
get a
never had a
flash.
C64.
It's cool, lots of good stuff. And since Commodore has a new owner, there should be some new C64 stuff coming out.
That's interesting. No, I never had any of that.
Yeah, and there is a sequel to Starflight. Starflight 2 Trade Routes of the Cloud Nebula, which is pretty cool as well. Because when I got the first game for this Commodore 64, my brother got the PC version of Starflight 2, and we did it that way so that we could both play at the same time. Some of the Alien Dialogue with Star Control 2 is great. Yeah, I remember some of the stuff the critters say in Starflight is interesting and amusing as well, especially because some of the races aren't too friendly with each other. So they might tell you something that's not exactly true concerning
The
one of the
game
other
was that
races.
advanced.
Yeah, it was like 8 or 9 years in the making or something, like several hundred man hours back in when it was released in what 88, 89. But yeah, just a great game.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the games that inspired Mass Effect.
Oh, I could totally see. I could totally see this inspiring Mass Effect. And people hate Andromeda. I happen to like it. I mean, I thought Andromeda was pretty decent.
I just thought Andromeda was kind of boring. It was like, all right, this is just like I started playing it and I never finished it. Just didn't care for it. Um, was there anything else? Because we kind of went over favorite games for the Genesis. I mean, Desert Strike is another one of my favorites.
Desert Strike. I played Desert Strike. It was all right. I mean, I liked what was it, Mech? That Mech Mech Warrior. But I did play Desert Strike. That Desert Strike was a little bit more evolved.
Yeah, the later levels. I mean, you had to pay attention to how much armor you had, how much fuel and ammo, and then you had to hunt down that stuff when you were low enough. But yeah, Desert Strike is a ton of fun. Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, Urban Strike. I've beat the
Urban
first two. I
Strike was
haven't beat
fun.
Urban Strike.
Urban Strike was fun. You got
But I
Desert
keep thinking I
Strike?
want to go through and try to do like a stream and go through and beat all three, or streams and go through and beat all three of the games. But I
I
mean,
think for me, it probably would have to be. It's hard to try to figure out like the top two. The top two for me would most likely be Alicia Dragoon and Splatterhouse 2.
I was going to say you're going to say Splatterhouse.
Splatterhouse 2 I love that game. It's such a great game. They screwed over 3 when they added the time into it, but Alicia Dragoon is very very good. I've never seen Rings of Power. That's a Dungeon and Dragon game, isn't it?
No,
What's Rings of Power?
it's just its own thing. Another one by EA. It's another one that has a thick manual.
Ghouls and Ghosts is all right. For Genesis, it's whatever.
Why is it so small?
That game I have over there in a trade pile. I don't. Genesis like had a lot of good shmups on it. So
It had a lot of good shooters. It had a lot of good, even RPGs. Lots of sports games. Lots of arcade style games. Go figure, with it being Sega and all. But yeah, this is another one that's fun. I think this one, though, I only played through once.
what does Rings of Power look like?
Let me move that cord.
I've never heard of Rings of Power. I know Sword
It's
of
got
a
a pretty
Million.
good soundtrack, also.
Sword of a Million was an EA game. That was very good. Where you could choose
This
between
was
the three
remember this was
people.
back when EA was good.
Yeah, EA had good games. I mean, Poltergeist is an EA game. That's a great game. I want that. That's something I need to get. Alicia Dragoon, though, that first stage music, damn. You can bring that up and show that. That's a great game. And of course, Splatterhouse too. But everybody knows I love Splatterhouse. I mean, when I first started streaming on Scanlines, the first game I played was Splatterhouse too. This is about 92, 93 Genesis.
I'm not quite sure.
Zombies Ate My Neighborhood is very good. Yeah, Cool Spot sucks, Drake.
All right, mute that before we get in trouble. So this is why it didn't take advantage of like the whole screen.
It looks like you're playing on a board.
Yeah, it's kind of like has a similar view to Populous, but you can control your character on diagonals. They're obviously oversized compared to everything else. Let's see.
Oh,
This
Drake,
one
I
is
know a lot of people that love Cool Spot. Yeah, Cool Spot.
Ooh. I thought that was a fight. Not a fight.
The music's amazing in this.
It's got good music. There's a
Whoa.
spell.
What is that guy doing?
It's just the animation. He died. This is one that I hooked up. I hooked the stereo up to the headphone jack on the Genesis
Yeah.
and recorded it onto a tape.
Really? Wow.
Things
you really
we had
like
to do.
you like the music that much?
Yep.
Do the Dragon Dance, yeah. That's cool.
It had cool graphics, really solid. I need to do a bunch of reviews for some of these.
Summon the dragon?
Yeah.
And you played through this completely?
Yep.
Old man power.
We're old man, yeah. So you could have some pretty good sized battles. There's one.
Oh, damn.
You've got 2, 4, 6, and they've got 6 as well. So 6v6 battles. So they've got different animations when they get into attacks and stuff.
What's the story behind this?
The guys doing something good the day.
We'll lower the music down a little bit. What's the...
Some bad guy's doing something he shouldn't, and you have to go and save the day. I've only played through it once, so I don't really remember too much about it. I remember
Do you
I had
have
fun
it?
at the time. Yeah. I didn't get rid of any of my games. After that one time of trying to trade in 7 games and they offered me $8, I was like, nope, I'm just keeping my games from now on.
Yeah, it was probably better off. What was that, Funkoland?
No, it was EB Games. But it's towards the end of the Genesis's lifespan.
Yeah, $8 now. If you walk in, look how much they'll trade for you.
Yeah. Oh, if I took 7 games, maybe if they were all sports games, maybe I'd take $8. I don't know, but
Probably not.
But yeah, that's another good one. Rings of Power, lots of fun, really cool.
Here, bring up
We'll see if
Alicia
that
Dragoon real quick.
Gets auto muted.
I like the music in that, and you have Alf hanging out on your mic.
Yep. Well, there's more than just Alf. You can't see him, but there's some Master of the Universe stuff over there. There's some over here. There's Beastman, Orko, and Prince Adam.
That is definitely something we need to do as a topic.
Imagine being able to build anything.
A next discussion is Masters of the Universe. I was on the tail end of it. I enjoyed the movie with Dolph Lundgren, and that's it. That's something we should definitely talk about. I have no experience with that. Oh, you're missing the main stage music.
Oh, we can turn it on. Just
it's like
keep it on long.
Yeah, 1-1 is pretty good.
Yeah, I think I've made it. I think I've played it through the first 2 or 3 stages.
It's so you own this?
Do I own it? Is it on any of the minis?
It might be. It was a really
I don't think I own
kind of popular title. Such a great game. It really was a good game with the managing of the
Nope, I don't have it.
Dragons and you looked up your sheet?
Yep.
The only notable thing from the Fat the NES is there was a video on this and someone had a girl dressed up as Alicia Dragoon. It was pretty cool, I will admit. It's a very interesting game. I don't know how I found out about this. I was looking at, I guess it's a renovation game, I think. And I was just like, wow, this is pretty interesting.
All right, maybe I haven't cleared stage 1. I've only emulated it, but I'm not that.
I don't even think this is a car. I don't think this is a cartoon. It is on the mini. Yeah, it's super popular.
I've got the mini version of it.
Yeah, this one's pretty. I hated this stage. It was
Look,
hard.
it's the death egg.
This is a hard stage.
No comment. Death egg. Sonic. Robotnik.
I didn't play that many Sonic games. Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles.
Thing is, I didn't play Sonic 2 until my brother got a Model 2 Genesis.
It came with it, right?
Hmm?
It was a pack-in, wasn't it?
Yeah. Outside of playing it in the kiosk.
I don't. I don't remember. I played a lot of. I don't think I played a lot of Sonic. Yeah, this isn't bad. I got past that. I think I was up to like almost the last stage. I just died through play-ins. Yeah. But I mean, this and Arrow Flash is phenomenal. Shmup.
Arrow Flash. We can look that up really quick.
Guru was saying it's like a mediocre-esque type of shmup, whatever it is. I happen to think it's great. I mean, yes, okay, you do have Lightning Force. Gaiaris is one of my favorites. Hellfire.
Is that Arrow Blasters?
It's Arrow Blasters, yes. Arrow Blasters. Valis. Yeah, no one talks about. You know what's interesting too? No one talks about Turkin, Mega Turkin.
Because Turkin's not that good. In all honesty, like I've tried playing Turkin several times. I was like, I don't understand why everyone raves about this. I do not care for it at all.
Have you played Contra Hard Corps for Genesis?
I have played Contra Hardcore.
No, it's not Arrow. It's not Arrow Blasters. This is for PC Engine. Yes, this is for Genesis. This is for Genesis. Yes, there was a Genesis version, Arrow Blasters. No, mine's Arrow Flash.
On the Genesis?
Arrow Flash on the Genesis. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
All right.
No one. That's the thing. No one remember. Unless you're a shmup head, you're really not gonna know about it.
I got Sonic 2 like a couple years ago.
So that game you just had on, there was a thing where you would send in the card, and they would give you like a player's glove or something for it. Yeah, I love this game.
Oh, yeah, I played this one. I think I played both of them. I haven't played them enough to get very far into either one, though. Another good shooter, though, is Biohazard Battle.
Biohazard Battle is good. Slippy swore by that. Biohazard Battle.
You don't have? Do you have that one?
Yes, I do. I have that one.
Okay. I got that one loose.
I happen to like Atomic Robo Kid. Most people don't like that. I think it's a pretty good game.
It's an interesting game. I had some fun with testing it, but I haven't, put it in and played it.
I really love this game. It's such a good game, and it'll remain on the Genesis. No one's gonna redo this. This is gonna be like some great collection or whatever, but you stand there right there and you just wail at the guy. You use your special ability.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind getting a game from Guru.
Now there you go. Here's. Oh, now I want to go back to the trippy background. Ooh.
That's like you transcending stages. Grindstormer is That game is incredibly hard. Grindstormer.
Yeah, Biohazard Battle is like you're flying a bug ship, shooting other bugs and
It's cool.
critters. It's really neat.
It's a really cool game.
Actually, we'll pull that up after a little bit more of this.
The one Genesis game we did not discuss, which pushed the system to the edge, like
Vector
really
Man?
put, huh?
Said Vector Man.
Well, there was Vector Man, there was Virtual Racing. The biggest game that really pushed it, I feel, was Bloodlines. I feel Bloodlines was with. If you're going to compare Super Castlevania and Bloodlines, Bloodlines wins hands down. Yes, Super Castlevania had absolutely amazing music. The music was phenomenal. The opening was great, but Bloodlines really pushed the system with the 3D backgrounds and the water effect in the lake was just over the top. That was a great game. Yeah, this game is crazy.
Music is good on this one too. This is Biohazard Battle. I haven't been able to beat this one either.
It's like squids that you're shooting. It's like,
Yeah.
the music was weird in this. I didn't like the music, but this is very early Genesis.
Really? I think I thought the music was good on this.
This has to be what, 93? I'm guessing. I'm gonna look this up now. '92. I was a year off.
So still a early Genesis game.
This is a very early, yeah. This is definitely 92, early Genesis game. This got an 88 and a 75. Deep bass, heavy music tracks for this game, and it's noted for its soundtrack.
Yeah, I think it has a great soundtrack. Let's get up in the clear blue sky.
And I bet you this game is dirt cheap.
We can go look at it really quick.
Now, what's crazy too is the ship looks nothing like the ship on the box. I actually like this ship more than the ship that's on the box. Yeah, Thunder Force 3 and Thunder Force 2.
A quick look at price charting. It's $50 complete and $20 loose.
There's another great game for $20.
Yep.
Mazen too. Mazen was cheap as well. Like you could find games, and they are manageable in price.
Yep. That's the thing is like how much, if you have to have a complete box, you're always going to pay a premium. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you're okay with having stuff loose so you can actually play it, then yeah, there's no reason why you can't get into retro gaming at any point.
Let me move into the bathroom.
And it's like, oh, well, I just have to have all the high priced titles that everyone always talks about. Yeah. Fun game. There's actually a lot going on right there. All the bullets on the screen and all the enemies. Yeah, that's some good stuff right there. Oh yeah. Yep, I didn't even realize Satan left. But yeah, I mean, completed boxes jumped in price some over the last several years, but loose is still pretty affordable. Oh, you have Gaiaris. Do you have the original or the re-release? Or there's there only a re-release in the States? I forget. But yeah, that's one definitely worth looking for if you like shooters. There we go. There's a nice picture of the cover. Yep, your ship is not so mechanical looking. Oh. But Drake, what are some of your favorite games for the Genesis? I know you'd mentioned some up above. Ghouls and Ghosts, Zombies Ate Your Neighbors, Ate My Neighbors, Cool Spot, Pitfall. Yep, Genesis is up there. It's my in my top 5. I need to do a video just going like, here's my top 5 favorite consoles.
I would just do top 5 favorite Genesis games. I mean, what it has. Have you ever seen Gaiaris? I mean, like the weird type. Like, I know you've seen El Viento. I'm trying to think of like the more obscure games. Saint, like we were talking about Saint Sword.
Yeah.
Genesis is my favorite. Genesis is my favorite system, but overall favorite system out of all of them would have to be Saturn. I will defend Saturn until the day ends.
Coming from you, that's not surprising.
I love Saturn. God,
I did not realize it, but it is almost midnight.
yes, it is.
We should probably call it. Last battle is the Fist of the North Star game, right?
Yes,
Super Thunderblade
it
is fun.
Yeah, last battle
Yeah,
is the Fifth and North Star.
There's a ton of really good games on the Genesis. Easily affordable. Some loose, some complete, or even affordable. So.
Oh, and the one thing people don't know is that did not 32X have CD games as well?
There was some 32X games that played better with the CD. There's only 2 or 3 of them, I think, but yeah, not too many. But yeah, dang, that kind of creeped up on me. That was a lot of fun. We've been going for 2.5 hours just talking about Genesis. Well, happy birthday, Genesis, for the next 5 minutes at least here.
Okay, when's Saturn's birthday? Because I'm going to do a whole show on that. I love me some Saturn.
6 games that use 32X the CD.
Never had it. Yeah. Do you own a 32X?
I do.
Wow.
Actually, I got it from Welch. I traded him some stuff for it.
Oh, you have the box too, right?
No.
Oh, just
not
the 32X?
For the 32X. No.
You have Calibri?
No.
Oh, that one's pretty cool.
I mean, I just recently got a 32X and I picked up a handful of games for it. Like Metalhead and some others, but...
Oh, Metalhead's cool.
Nothing too crazy.
But, all right.
Happy soon birthday next month, Drake. You were born in 99 as well?
Okay.
I know that's not it, but
Dreamcast is
So thanks
the
for
same
stopping in,
generation.
Drake. Hopefully we can cut this one up. I think we can cut this up and just do some of the segments on specific games and upload those.
Oh man. Oh no.
Have a good night, everyone. Drop in the comments some of your favorite Genesis games, some of your favorite Genesis memories. And everyone, take care, have fun, be kind of what. Everyone, take care, have fun, be kind of one another, stay safe, keep it retro or 360, and definitely some Genesis. God bless, and we will catch you all later.
Good night.
Where's the button? It's right there.